Oh man, hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast here on YouTube. Blackthorn, Labor Force #1. It's one of them longer running Blackthorn series. Now, Blackthorn's one of them Blackthorn Publishing, one of them companies that came out during the black and white indie boom after the Ninja Turtles blew up, and they were around for a little while, a decent little while. And they actually had some high profile stuff, like I mean, them doing like a Red Heat comic, like they got some big stuff. But a lot of what they put out was just pure dreck. Like they would publish almost anything, and they get shit on. They're like considered like almost bottom of the barrel, like right next to Soulson comics from the '80s, especially from that period. Excuse me. But honestly, back in the day when I could drive finally, I was hitting comic shops regularly. This is the kind of shit that was in the quarter bins, 10-cent bins, and I'd pick up piles of it and read because some of it was ended up being good. Well, this is one I got in a lot of X amount of comics or whatever, random lot. And I didn't even think about it. Just kind of got put this on. I was like, because to me, Blackthorn was, Roach Mill was cool. The reprints of old classic comic strips I enjoyed. The reprints of public domain stuff I enjoyed. But this is not I never gave a shit about. Well, one episode of Cartoonist Kayfabe, it's one where they're like, somebody bought a short box of comics, whatever. They're flipped through this shit. It looked pretty cool. So I dug my issue up, went through it, and it's not bad. Okay. Labor Force, hurry up. Time is money. Tomorrow's superheroes, don't thank them, pay them. This is the team. Kind of looks like a male version of Faith from Harbinger. This was September of '86. The Jackalope, Hamster Vice, Nervous Rex. Look at this art. This art, that right there, looks pretty cool. And what it is, it's about a superhero team for hire. Kind of like the Mighty Heroes or whatever. And we got David Ameriman is the artist. Jim Pascoe is the embellisher, which I guess is inker, I'm guessing. Greg Swan is the plotter and scripter, and John Clark is the letterer. And the art is not created by Amram and Pascoe and Swan. The art is not horrible. I like the zombie-looking dude. This guy's got a unique look. But I like this. No kid sidekicks. And it's not bad. It's one of those where I actually want to try the rest of the series. I don't think this one lasted long. Maybe 7, 8 issues, which for this time period was not a bad run for something like this. But the art's pretty decent. This is the kind of stuff, I love rescuing out of the cheap bins. And that was my thing. When I went back and after I saw that episode, I went back and read it and I'm like, ooh, okay, this is something else I had in my list when I go to the comic shop. Because I'll be honest, we had, up until sometime last year, I don't know exactly when it was, to me, we had like 3 comic shops there I go to. We have one in my town. They're cheap bins. If you're looking for it's mostly like 90s glut stuff, but it's cheap. Or in like Golden Age stuff. They have just oddball Golden Age shit I'm trying to think of something. I picked up an issue of was it Black Hawks or was it Military Comics? Stuff like that. Ace Comics, Tip Top Comics. A little beat up, but okay, shape for $5. Then there was the best comic shop I've been to since I left Texas. Comic Commander up in Ridgeland, Mississippi. It's now closed. He had the great cheap bins, and I got all kinds of great stuff out of there. The owner was amazing. Then there's Vans Comics, which it's okay. I'm not the biggest fan of the place, but hey, they do their business. So I'm gonna have to actually probably end up ordering these online, and probably paying more than I would have in any place else. And see, we end up getting 25 pages of story. Then I got to issue that. We get the file. Lance Stick, mentor. Lance Stick is the manager in charge of Labor Force. Team, unlike the leaders of other super teams, groups through charisma, ability, and consent of the other members. Lance is in charge because a corporate executive put him there. Lance is a marketing consultant by trade, is a charlatan with no supernormal abilities, though he's cleverly conceals the fact from the rest of the group. It's difficult to tell if Lance contributes to anything. If he does, it's his ability to market and sell new work. He has a bottom line orientation to every obstacle or opportunity which presents itself. Consequently, he accepts any client willing to pay for labor force service. Lance does not have a heart of gold. Laughing Gas, it's another title from them that went bad. Claire Pike. Time. Claire travels ability to create time warps in and out of the space-time string. A gateway in between. We got Zoo Zenthal. Outlook. Alien imagery. You came from Imperium to find promise on Hamster Vice. And then no words on that. It's not a bad little comic. It's a fairly interesting look at this back cover. Remember that? That's Jerry Eigel's Girls. That was pretty good. Cold-Blooded Chameleon Commandos, Hamster Vice, Laughing Gas, Nervous Rex, Mystic Wood, Preteen Dirty Jean, Kung Fu Kangaroo's Tail, Ejaculate, and Street Wolf. Like they put out some decent stuff. This is one to look for. You know, if you're digging through the cheap bins, I mean, yeah, don't pay more than $1. Hell, it costs $1.50 back. You know, but check it out. I'm out, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that, man. If you did, boom, there's that thumb. Latest.